What's going on, everyone? We're going to do some technical analysis on NVIDIA. So I did call NVIDIA in the Discord today. If you guys want access to that, it's down below in the description. Become a lifetime gold member and you get access to all that intraday analysis. But what we're looking at here is NVIDIA. Now, we did have a weekly supply zone going back over a year's time now. What we were looking at here was this top channel. If we kind of look at what we're looking at here, this is the daily time frame. Now, notice the daily time frame multiple times going back to the start of the month here. We kind of came into this 288, 290 level here, acted as an area of resistance one time, two times, three times, four times. Now, if you look at yesterday's candlestick on the daily time frame, we came all the way back down into the 20-day moving average, and we pushed off with a nice little hammer candle. So all we were really looking for is a sneaky little area between 290 to get us into that 292 area. So I put two levels to kind of watch. 290 for more aggressive scalpers into the 292, and anything over 292.20 definitely is a weekly time frame breakout. If we kind of look at the weekly chart here, and if I kind of zoom in a little bit here, look at this weekly chart here and look at us going back. Right? Look at us going back in time, just a couple of months here. You can see NVIDIA was really kind of consolidating right around this 260 to around 270, 275 area for multiple weeks at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, almost about a month and a half worth of trading. Now, NVIDIA has been absolutely ripping the faces off of shorts ever since 260. So a lot of people, when we were coming down here into the 260 area, were looking to short NVIDIA, trying to play this back down potentially, for, the demise of the stock market. But again, NVIDIA had other plans, kind of got into this range back over this 280 mark, and we've held here for 2 weeks. Now, if you kind of notice, we are on a weekly chart breakout. If you notice the daily chart, and if I kind of just zoom back a little bit, this is a daily, not only a weekly breakout, but a daily breakout as well. So the breakout happened, right? So how do we play this from here? Any continuation is purely that. It's just continuation. The breakout came today. So, up $7 on the day, $2 or 2.5%, trading at 296. Next pit stop could be looking at around $300. So if we want to find out what that next area of supply is, we're going to have to use the weekly time frame. We're going to have to kind of go back here to some of these, previous wicks that we had going back into 2022, which is sitting here at December and kind of late November area. Look at these high wicks here this week of December the 13th, this week here of December the 27th. Look at these wicks here where we were rejected. Look at the wick here at the first week of December. Look at the wicks here in the middle beginning of November. A lot of selling pressure here in this area. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take the November high wick, and I'm going to take some of these wicks here from December, and I'm going to draw this supply zone all the way across, right? Because I want this to remain on my chart. I'm going to make this red just to kind of signify to me that this is an upcoming level of supply where maybe if I am holding, I should be thinking about taking profits. Now that zone is sitting up here at around 307. Could we in fact continue this breakout into 307 before any type of significant backtest? It's entirely possible. NVIDIA can move 5, 6, 7, 10, 12 points in a day. It's now the largest market cap stock in the queues. And what we want to kind of notice here is that anytime we get a breakout, right, over a previous area of significance, we always get a back test, right? So we're always going to get a back test. And what we're looking for here is if the stock is strong. For aggressive scalpers, what you would do right now, just kind of looking at this chart on a 1 hour time frame, you would take 297.17, you would short here, you would use that as a hard stop loss. You would play this back down into the middle bottom portion of this engulfing green candle here, the breakout candle. You would play it back down. So we would be looking at a 295 price target, we would be looking at a 293.50s price target, and essentially we would be looking to clean up everything before 292, 293. That's exactly how we would play this NVIDIA play here. So now that we've got this breakout essentially all day, green candle, green candle, green candle, green candle, looking like a little bit of a reversal here, a little bit of exhaustion, could be a lot of profit taking. Again, anytime you get a significant breakout like this, you're always going to get some profit taking. So What I would be looking for here coming up in the days to come and the weeks to come is, do we get back into this zone? I would expect a back test between 292.50s and maybe around 294. If we can get back into this zone, okay, get a little bit of a pullback, get a better entry. Remember, even when we're day trading, we're always looking for the cheapest available price. We're looking for the best price on the stock. So if we're going to look to be long biased, which we have to, bulls are in full control. This thing is up over 150% on the year. What we need to see here is a back test of this initial breakout. That would be a perfect break and retest. And when we get that break down into this previous supply zone, which could act as new support, as long as we come down into this zone here and we hold and we do not start to lose 290 and 289 and we push out, the moment we start to push out of this zone again is when we're going to want to get long. Okay, so what we're going to look for here is something like this, right? Come back into this zone, hold, and push out. Now, as soon as we start to push out, we want to get long here. We want to use the low as our stop, or we want to use the bottom of this demand zone as our stop. We want to play long coming out of this range, and we want to be taking profits into 297. Now, depending on your position sizing, what you can do here is clean up half, 60, 70% of your position, leave runners, because if we do break 297, we're going to put in a new high, probably closer to 299, 300, back test that zone, and then consolidate and then push up again, potentially into that 307. So that's definitely something that you're going to need to keep in mind. 307 would be the hard price target that I would set if the bulls continue to tread higher. Now, going back to the daily time frame, you're going to see here, okay, you're going to see here that this zone starts at around 307 and it doesn't end until about 313. So not saying that we're going to stop at 307 because there's still 5 points worth of room, but I'm just saying in this zone here, it's going to get choppy. The move's not going to be fluid like the initial breakout. In order for us to get fluid again, we're going to have to break out of that 313 zone, put in a new high, come back test this major zone here, and then hold and then push out again. Then that's going to be your next trade. So multiple trades setting up here. Again, if you're someone who's always looking to try to time the top and you want to short this because you feel like that it's just overbought, I'm not saying that you're not going to be able to have a little bit of a play there, but what you're going to want to see here is you're going to want to see the move start to fade. You're going to want to see the move start to get exhausted. Let's say, for example, I'm just going to use this current price action as an example. What I would be looking for is 295.60. I would be looking for that to lose. So what I need to see happen is, let's say, for example, it's 9:30 in the morning Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to look for the next hour candle to take that out. So if at 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. or the last hour of the day today, we get a loss of 295.60, I'll play that back down into around 294, try to get $1 off that move, make sure I cover my position, because again, I'm going against the trend. The trend has been up. It's been up all year. So just be careful when you are shorting these moves. You're not looking for it to come all the way back down. You're not looking to be a hero. You're not looking to make $20, $30, $40 on the stock. What you're looking to do is take $1 here, 50 cents there, $2 there. That's all you're essentially looking to do. Just keep in mind right now, our previous resistance, which is not support yet because we haven't tested it. When we test this zone and we successfully hold it and come out of it, I will change this box to green. That will now tell me that this has been back tested as a demand zone and we've held it. As of right now, it's our supply zone that was broken. Until we back test it, it still remains a supply zone. So again, that's how you kind of have to play it. Now, if you notice the demand zone, the previous demand zone we had was between 280 and around 282. This zone was tested once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, 8 times. It was tested multiple times within the last week. So this is why it is green. It is signifying to me, because I am very visual, signifying to me that, hey, every time we get into this zone, buyers step in and they buy the price back higher, right? Every time we've gotten to this zone, sellers have become dominant and they push the price down. Now, when we come back down into this zone, do we hold? And if we hold and we push out of it again, it now becomes a new demand zone going forward. Again, if we kind of just scroll down, here's our upper supply zone here on the daily time frame. On the weekly time frame, that 306, 307, 308 is the next level that we could be pushing into. Remember, you kind of want to stay away from stocks, get jumping in when we're coming into the middle of the zone. So as we get closer to the middle of the zone is where you want to be cleaning up profits, especially if you're a short-term trader. Now, if we do lose this area, like I mentioned, let's say, for example, this candle closes here. We still have 30 minutes left of this hour candle, but let's say we do close here like this and we start to lose the 295.50s, 295.60s. You can definitely put risk on, and you can use the high of day as your stop loss, and you can now play this back down, hopefully trying to capture a little bit of a move here, maybe get 80 cents, $1, $1.50. See if you can capture that move by using that hard stop loss up top. Again, if you guys like this kind of analysis, I am offering 2 more mentorship groups. Started with my first student today, first trader. I don't really like calling people students, or but we started working with my first trader today, went 3 for 3. We're working very small sizing. We're just getting comfortable with understanding the dynamics, understanding entries, understanding exits. What we really want to understand is disattach from the money, and we want to focus on the process, and we want to understand how to start reading the price action, how to start reading the charts. So 3 for 3 today, 10% on one trade, 12% on another, 14% on another. That's not bad. Even though we're starting small size, you want to start taking that. You want to get comfortable taking those profits. You want to start to build the confidence up. So as we get farther along in this process with the coaching and the mentorship, we will start increasing that size when I see that the emotion level is intact. What we cannot do is start off just trying to play big, trying to hit these home runs, even though today was a fantastic opportunity to kind of capture that. It doesn't matter. This is not going to be the last day that we're going to get a great day. This is not going to be the last trade that's going to set up and go for 4, 5, 6, 7 points. It's not the last day. Like I've said time and time again, the stock market was here long before you. It's going to be here long after you. The business for us is to keep these bright lights on. The longer we can keep the lights on, the longer we can continue to be in business. Again, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys all inside if you guys choose to become a part of the Discord and choose to take advantage of that coaching. I'll see you guys all on the other side.